Oh, well, hey, that was an exciting main event. Keep it up, NXT. You're doing good this week. Hello, all NXT fans, and welcome to another video with me, Mike McRock, one half of the MRB Wrestling Review Show. Right now, I am going to deliver to you my review of this week's episode of WWE NXT for the September 9th edition. And on this week's episode, NXT continues the Dusty Rhodes Memorial Tag Team Tournament Classic. But before I get into those two matches that happened on the show and some other results regarding the tournament, like I done last week, I'm going to first talk about the other two matches that happened on the show. And it was two Divas matches. First we got Carmella versus Peyton Royce, I think that's her name. And I thought this match was a not half bad match. It was a decent match, it wasn't anything special, but it was a solid to decent match between both competitors here. And I think as Carmella's matches have progressed since she started, I think this is one of her best matches that I've seen her in. And I like that, they're emphasizing Carmella as a singles competitor and starting to branch off out of team stuff with Enzo Amore and Colin Cassidy. I like to see her being built up more as an individual because I feel like now NXT needs to start building up new fresh faces, to be the next person or peoples or women or divas to become that next number one contender for the women's championship, and Carmella I think is one of them that should be in there. As time goes on, I don't think she's ready for that just yet, but as the weeks go and the months go, I hope that NXT builds up Carmella more as a singles competitor, more so than a manager. I think that she needs to step away from that, and I feel like also that Carmella, I think, would probably get a better reaction if she was a heel because she's getting the crowd behind her. But I felt like as she was a heel, she got the crowd more into her character than she is as a babyface. So I like to see her go back as a heel just for that reason. And the other match was Dana Brooke going one-on-one with Billie Kay. And this was pretty much a jobber match where Dana Brooke goes over, and I think as time goes on, I think Dana Brooke will improve, and I like that backstage segment that she carried. I thought that was pretty good. And is it just me, or does Billie Kay look a lot like Peyton Royce? I mean, they're both from Australia. I don't know if they're the same person or if they're twin sisters. I have no idea. I mean, it's just a crazy mind fuck for some reason, and I'm just wondering. I really should play that back to see if they're one and the same person or are they just two completely different people. I thought that was just weird. Anyway, this match here, again, it was kind of like the match between Carmella and Peyton Royce. Decent match, not a whole heck of a lot about it, but at least it got the point across. It's emphasizing that Dana Brooke is the heel now, and I like to see NXT build her up as a top heel. Now, I have a gut feeling that when Nia Jax debuts, I think she's going to steamroll right through everyone and probably get to Bayley first, but we'll see what happens in that regard. And now we get into the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Tournament matches that happened on the show. But with this episode, they never, showed us every single match. I like that they showed highlights and clips of matches that happened elsewhere and not on TV. I like that NXT's branching off and doing different things, especially on non-televised shows. And, they've done it with the Dusty Rhodes Memorial Tournament. And you had Team Soft advance Enzo Amore and Colin Cassidy going over Dawkins and Sawyer Fulton, and they also had Dawson and Wilder beat the Drifter and Tucker Knight. So I like that NXT is not giving us full-length matches for every single match in the tournament. I think that'll be a little bit time-consuming because, I think they want to get this done around in a month's time or something like that. So, at least they're not rushing into it, is what I'm trying to get at. And so the matches that happened on the show this week was Tyler Breeze and Bull Dempsey, the tag team of those two guys, taking on the team and the new debut of Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano or something like that. I'm probably butchering his last name, but correct me in the comment section below. But I thought this match was fine. It was a decent match. Well, it wasn't overly crazy, outstanding, like, oh my god, this was awesome kind of thing. But I thought, this accomplished what it needed to do. I think that Tyler Breeze and Bull Dempsey in this match, the way those two played off with each other and their comedic timing actually worked out pretty well. I think those two were the show stealers in this match. Not on a in-ring level, but as a performing level, if you get what I'm trying to say. And I didn't see a whole heck of a lot with the other two, Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano. I thought they were just there to go over this tag team because really this was all about the split of Bull Dempsey and Tyler Breeze. In a way, it's a win-win situation, but I would have liked to see a bit more in-ring work with the new team of Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano. So in that regard, it was like, okay. But at least they got the point across. And the main event on NXT this week was the Lucha Dragons versus Samoe Joe and Finn Balor. And this was another tag team match in the tag team Dusty Rhodes Memorial Tournament Classic. I don't know, I'm probably getting those words mixed up. But I thought this match was actually pretty good. It was an exciting match. And what I like about this match is that the Lucha Dragons are facing Samoe Joe and Finn Balor. Samoe Joe and Finn Balor never teaming on TV before. It kind of makes it feel fresh in that way. And I like that the commentators, we're talking about the history between Samoe Joe and Finn Balor, and that they never teamed before, but they do have some sort of history. And I hope that we get to see that. I like to see somewhere down the line when Samoe Joe and Finn Balor do meet one-on-one. I hope something like that happens. I don't know who would be the heel in that, but the way things are going, and having Samoe Joe and Finn Balor going over the Lucha Dragons, it kind of seems like they're starting to plant the seed a little when they had that backstage segment before the match, with Samoe Joe giving Finn Balor the title and him just glancing at it, just a small little hint into maybe thinking that somewhere down the line something's going to happen between the two of them. And right now, I'm fine with Samoe Joe and Finn Balor going over the Lucha Dragons because the whole point of Lucha Dragons coming down on NXT, even though this was filmed in Providence, Rhode Island, is that they're putting over the other team. That's what they're there for. And I like that Samoe Joe and Finn Balor, how they won the match was actually pretty good. The Muscle Buster followed by the coup de grace. It was a really good finish to an exciting match. So really, this was the match of the night on NXT this week. And I thought that overall, this was a better episode than last week, I thought. And I like how they emphasized more on the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Tournament Classic and showing more of the brackets, because my complaint from last week is that there was only a glimpse of it. So it was like NXT was listening to my review, and now we're starting to get to know what the next matches will be and what's going to be the following in the next bracket, who's going to be advancing in the tag team tournament and who will be facing who and all that stuff. So right now we got Team Soft, Dawson and Wilder, Tommaso Ciampa, and Johnny Gargano. And we also have Samoe Joe and Finn Balor. I'm really looking forward to seeing who's going to win this tournament. My money is still on Jason Jordan and Chad Gable. So that's my review for WWE NXT this week. And my question to you, what did you think about the show last night? Feel free to leave those comments right here in the comment section below. And you can also hit that subscribe button down below this video as well to become an MRBer on this wrestling review show.